Good afternoon and welcome to Newswatch Ole Miss. I'm Fatima.
And I'm Lisa Booker. It is the first official day of fall and we have a packed show for you tonight.
Kicking things off with a developing story out of Oxford, a recap of Charlie Kirk's memorial service, and even a newly review from one of our own Newswatch reporters. Starting off with a local story, on Thursday afternoon, a light aircraft crashed at the University Oxford Airport shortly after takeoff. 2 individuals on board were injured in the crash, and their conditions are currently unknown.
The University Oxford Airport has been closed until further notice, and all incoming flights will be redirected to alternate airports. The cause of the crash will be investigated by the Federal Aviation Administration and the National Transportation Safety Board.
We will have more updates on the story as it develops.
Switching gears, we had some unexpected rain today, and honestly, I'm thrilled.
Personally, I hate a rainy forecast. It seriously brings down my mood.
Well, we can agree to disagree, but let's check in with our weather anchor, Dennis Kaya, to see how it's looking outside right now.
Good afternoon, Rebels. I am Dennis Kaya, and I'm sitting here with my rotting umbrella, watching the rain pour. It's supposed to be pouring for a couple more hours, but we'll get more on that later. Back to the desk.
Thank you, Dennis, for that update. And speaking of news updates, if you ever wanted a smoothie after a tough workout at the gym, the South Campus Recreation Center has got your back.
That's right, Fati. Let's check in with Newswatch reporters Ashton Lamar and Ariana Osborne for more.
This week, we visited the new addition to the Pod Market inside of the South Campus Recreational Center, Blends Bowls. This establishment, already at the Union, recently opened a second location, convenient for those visiting the gym.
So why we decided to come to the South Rec Center, as you know, in Ole Miss, we are originated in the student union. However, we are focusing on health and wellness, so we decided to move over here to the rec, just to spread positivity, health and wellness, like I said, and also just make people's days better, of course.
Blends Bowls sell a variety of smoothies and acai bowls for customers to choose from. It's open from Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
It's definitely convenient for the people who need the post-workout carbohydrates. We already have 2. Maybe we could put one on the square.
Reporting from Newswatch Ole Miss, this is Ashton Lamar.
And Ariana Osborne.
Well, Rebs, it's that time of year again, homecoming. Just like every year, the associated student body comes together and gives the opportunity for students to vote for homecoming court.
Students get to vote on campus favorites, classmates, King, Queen, and Mr. and Mrs. Ole Miss.
Students are getting in the spirit by handing out stickers to gain support for their campaigns, and we'll have more on all things homecoming in the next coming weeks. So I know it's Spotty's first year here, but are you excited about some of the things that might be coming for homecoming?
Well, I thought it was like high school where you just dress up every day of the week. Unfortunately, it's not, but I'm still very, very excited.
Yeah, me too. I'm super excited to see what they have this year.
On a more somber note, last week, former Oxford Police Chief Billy Vane White Sr. passed away. White was a police chief from 1973 until his retirement in 1994. He had previously served in the Mississippi Army National Guard and graduated from Ole Miss with his bachelor's degree at age 64. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family and the Oxford Police Department at this time.
Students, if parking was making you a little late to class, we've got some good news for you. Shuttle services are now running through campus with some new routes. These new routes include the Ford Center to the Lyceum, Sorority Loop, and South Oxford campus. These new shuttles will operate from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. on Friday. These services are offered to everyone on campus.
And donating blood for a great cause, the Ole Miss Panhellenic Council is hosting a blood drive for the benefit of CASA of North Mississippi. CASA stands for Court-Appointed Special Advocates, who speak for the best interests of children who have experienced abuse or neglect. The blood drive will take place on the 3rd floor of the Union from 9 to 5 p.m. today through Wednesday.
Theater Oxfords want you to show off your singing abilities at their annual karaoke fundraiser tomorrow. Sing as many songs as your heart desires while supporting the Theater Oxford members. This event will take place from 8 to 10 p.m. at Proud Larry's tomorrow. There will be a $10 cover fee. And speaking of karaoke, what's your favorite song to sing?
Mine is Umbrella by Rihanna.
And that's crazy because mine is Raining Men. And speaking of raining men and umbrellas, let's hand it over to Dennis Kaya to talk about some of our rainy weather that we've been having.
Well, the themes of your songs are definitely fitting for today. It's starting to rain a lot today, but it's starting to cool down a little bit. Personally, for me, my favorite song is Stairway to Heaven, keeping the theme with the sky. We'll get more on that after break.
Sometimes in life, in order to move forward, it helps to look back.
To learn from the pioneers and trailblazers.
To gain inspiration from those who came before us.
To show us what it means to act with empathy and to show that love has no labels.
Join WWE and Love Has No Labels throughout the year in celebrating people from all communities and heritages.
Because when love has no labels,
That's a love we can all fight for.
Hurricane Helene, devastating impacts on the southeast. Now it's time to help the people and communities who need it most. To make a one-time financial gift to the American Red Cross, scan the QR code on the screen. Make sure to select I want to support Hurricane Helene and enter how much you'd like to donate. Or go to redcross.org/donate. Together, we will make a difference for those recovering in hard-hit communities.
Hello, Ole Miss. We're back with more weather. I am Dennis Kaya bringing you a rainy forecast today. Finally, some fresh weather. I'm feeling fresh myself because the last couple weeks I've been real sick, so I'm hoping all of y'all stay safe. But we're looking at today of 84 degrees. Thunderstorms are still rolling around, and it happened at around 3 p.m. with winds from the northeast at 10 miles an hour. Looking more through the rest of the day. For the rest of the region, we have some very heavy rain in Holly Springs, lowering the temperature down to 75. And around the region, South Haven's getting that high 90. But other than that, it's still pretty stagnant from what we had for the past couple weeks. And for the rest of tonight, it's supposed to rain just a little bit. There's a slight chance for tonight at 20%. But it's going to be pretty cloudy, and it's going to be pretty chilly. Some winds blowing from the northeast at 8 miles an hour, still continuing that trend. But here we have more for you right at the moment. For tomorrow's forecast, it's 85 with a big sun bright temperature, but there's a slight chance of rain from them. It's going to be a big trend this week. Finally, some rain. Finally. It's not so dusty and dry like a desert. Winds blowing in from the southwest at 6 miles an hour, and some precipitation right around the afternoon. But the rest of the region for the Mississippi is going to be pretty hot. Holly Springs jumps right back up to 85, and we're all just around the high 80s, so it is pretty hot. But a lot of these regions are experiencing some rain, so we're not the only lucky town and city. Everyone's getting that treatment. Mother Nature's blessing us dearly. But that's not the only thing I have. I have us a rain map. I'm so excited to show you this. So as you can see from the outside, we have a lot of rain that's been drone around. There's some thunderstorms too, so be careful out there. Try not to have like a rod standing up in the sky. I don't want you to get struck. But as you can see, we have some thunderstorms rolling in. And from what else I wanted to show you, you can see the way the rain starts to blow in like that. Let's get a closer look at what it looks like. So as you can see, the rain is starting to blow in all around Oxford, coming in from Memphis, and then blowing up towards this way, up towards north. So yeah, and it's going to be like that for the rest of the evening. And from the rest of the week, like I said, it's going to be raining with a decent, nice chance of sun. So it's going to be real nice, real blend of sunny skies and rainy skies. So just make sure you get that sunscreen and those umbrellas ready. But speaking of sicknesses I mentioned earlier, how are you guys feeling? You guys feeling good?
Yeah.
Feeling amazing.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much with, I just recovered from, the infamous frat flu that we have here on campus. That usually takes 3 to 4 weeks, so I'm good now. But what about you, Fati?
I have not been sick yet, and I'm so, so grateful.
Yeah.
God bless.
Thinking of sicknesses and everything, I think it's pretty sick, and everybody here thinks it's pretty awesome that we are, 3-0 right now for the Ole Miss Rebels football. So let's hand it over to Macy to talk a little more about some other sports.
Well, as y'all could have guessed, we had another Rebel weekend full of dominance, followed by some huge milestones for tennis and a tournament for the women on the course. All of this and more coming up.
This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Some people have a deep, abiding respect for the natural beauty that was once this country. And some people don't. People start pollution. People can stop it.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
Welcome back to Newswatch Ole Miss. I'm Macy Ivy with all of your sports updates. Ole Miss football hosted Tulane this past Saturday, and the Rebels offense showed out, coming out with a 45-10 win. Sports reporter Erica Dierke was in the vault to catch all of the action.
Ole Miss dominated Tulane on Saturday. Quarterback Trinidad Chambliss led the way with 307 yards and 2 touchdowns. Starter Austin Simmons remained out with an ankle injury. The Rebels struck first on a 5-yard pass to Daquan Wright. Keywan Lacey added 2 scores, rushing for 68 yards on 18 carries. Kicker Lucas Carnero went 3 for 3, including a 54-yard field goal. The defense held firm, giving up just 1 late touchdown. Ole Miss sealed it with an interception after Tulane recovered a fumble. The Rebels outgained the Green Wave 548-282 and never trailed once. Next up, Ole Miss will play LSU at home.
Ole Miss football linebacker Jaden Yates has been named the SEC Defensive Player of the Week, the conference announced this morning. Yates assisted the Rebs offense as they only allowed 10 points for the Green Wave. The junior was the leading tackler for the Rebs with 11 stops and an assisted tackle, which is the most any Rebel has had in the past 11 games. The defense only allowed 282 yards of offense for Tulane, with, of course, help from Yates. And a very historic program celebrates 50 years this season, and that so happens to be Ole Miss women's tennis. The program was started in 1975, and they have since then appeared in 22 NCAA tournaments, finished 4 times in the Elite Eight, and won 3 SEC titles. Mark Byers was at the helm for much of their success, who coached the Lady Rebels for 24 seasons and was dubbed as the winningest coach in women's tennis history. Throughout this season, there will be promotional item giveaways during home matches, so be on the lookout for those dates on their social media accounts. And speaking of Lady Rebels, the women's golf team is currently competing in the Canadian Collegiate Invitational today and tomorrow in Aurora, Ontario, Canada. Singer Nicole Gall will be competing as an individual who is a Canada native and had a low round of 70 in the season opener. The Rebels took home a win at the Cougar Classic earlier this month, marking back-to-back wins for the 6th time in program history. We will bring you more information as the women take the course. Rebel fans, if you're looking to win some big cash prizes, you have a new opportunity with the Rebel Raffle. The Ole Miss Athletics Foundation announced the raffle, which is a way for fans to support student athletes and become more engaged. Tickets are now available at rebelraffle.com and will be available until the end of the third quarter of the Ole Miss versus LSU game this upcoming Saturday. Fans must be within the state of Mississippi and over the age of 18 to be able to purchase the tickets. The cash prizes range from $5,000 to $40,000. The winners will be selected by a certified random number generator and will be announced during the fourth quarter of the game. I hope you're buying your raffle tickets. That's all I have for sports. Make sure to tune in tomorrow at 5 for more sports updates.
Well, thank you, Macy. Coming up, we have a national news update you won't want to miss.
And if you're a sports fanatic like me, you're in luck. We're taking things to the ice after this short break.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation, innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. They're skilled experts, discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, leading by example. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org.
Gonna be a hot one out there for move-in weekend, Ole Miss. Good luck this year, Red.
You did it. You're home. I can't wait for you to discover the true meaning of hotty toddy. It's a cheer that connects us all to the red and blue. It's the moment that begins when you step on campus and continues long after you turn your tassel. I can't wait for you to discover your legacy and make the world a better place. Are you ready? Everyone has a ritual. That small thing to keep us focused. A habit we never skip. To clear our minds and elevate our performance. What do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Maybe you surround yourself with positivity. Or you need to center yourself. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body. It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Newswatch Ole Miss. When you think of Mississippi, cold weather and ice may not be the first thing that comes to mind. But did you know that Ole Miss actually has a club hockey team? Newswatch reporters Daisy Leary and Taya Matthias took a trip to the rink for the full story.
The Ole Miss Hockey Club is back and lacing up for the season. This weekend, they will play their first game against two big names, Texas and Texas A&M.
The team will travel 10 hours for the game, but the players are excited and ready to get back on the ice rink with everyone.
How are you feeling about this upcoming game?
I'm feeling really good. We had a lot of practices before the season started, so I feel like everyone's in the groove right now and I'm ready.
This year, head coach Josh Herbert said that they kept everyone on the team from the prior season.
How does your team make you a better person or player?
They boost my morale, making me an overall happier guy.
The D2 club team is currently ranked 10th in the country.
What's your game day ritual?
Nice bowl of pasta and a fresh TJ.
We wish you luck on the ice this weekend, Rebs. I'm Daisy Leary.
And I'm Tam Matthias.
Thanks for watching Newswatch.
Thank you, ladies. Now let's turn things over to Lisa Booker for a national news update.
Conservative activist Charlie Kirk's memorial service was held yesterday. The event was attended by tens of thousands of supporters at the State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Many conservative figures spoke at the service, remembering the life of Kirk, including President Trump. In an emotional and powerful moment, Kirk's wife, Erica, shared with the large crowd that she forgave the man who killed her husband.
I forgive him.
Charlie Kirk's death continues to impact the nation in various ways. Jimmy Kimmel's show was taken off air last Wednesday following criticism of Kimmel's monologue where he made comments regarding Kirk's assassination. However, today it was announced that the show will return to air tomorrow night. A spokesperson for Disney who owns ABC said that the show was suspended in order to calm tensions and that after being in conversation with Kimmel, they have decided to bring the show back on air. In other news, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has revealed new restrictions on Pentagon reporters. These new rules will require reporters to have a Pentagon credential and sign a pledge to not use any unauthorized material. Hegseth is facing backlash as the New York Times, Washington Post, and the Wall Street Journal have all issued statements pushing back on these new restrictions. As Hegseth took to social media to respond to the new news outlets, saying, quote, "Wear a badge and follow the rules or go home." After a long-awaited meeting with President Donald Trump and Chinese leader Xi Jinping, we now have a finalized deal about the future of TikTok here in the United States. This deal will transfer control of the TikTok's U.S. operations to a joint venture based here in the United States. The investors will include Oracle and the private equity firm Silver Lake. This new deal will see that TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, will return a less than 20% stake in TikTok's U.S. following the deal. Trump is set to sign a deal later this week after the bill fulfills the requirements of the ban set by Congress last year, ban or sell. In more news overseas, President Trump vows to take back Bagram Air Base. Bagram Air Base is in Afghanistan and was taken over by the Taliban in 2021 after the U.S. military withdrew from the country. President Trump is now in pursuit to get back the base. He issued a warning to the Taliban on social media this past weekend over the possible consequences of not returning the base. President Trump has not stated the possible consequences that could be faced at this time.
Coming up after the break, we're talking all things fashion and a look at a local spot with a special Mississippi flair. Newswatch Ole Miss will be right back.
And just like that, she starts to grin. A special flame's been lit within. The spark of something new begins. There's something in the water. On her own, she's in the zone. Determination can't be thrown. Resilience building in her bones. There's something in the water. With her gator on and her waders on, she can tackle anything till dawn. There must be something in the water. On and off the boat she flies. The sky's the limit. She's soaring high. She's a force of nature on the rise. There's something in the water.
Just try one. If you don't like it, it's easy to give up.
Uh-oh, nicotine. I'd better move fast. Up and away!
Go on, kid, go on.
Super
Superman, is it hard to give up smoking or is it easy like nicotine says?
You no good windbag, Nicotine.
No, Superman. Leave me one. Please, I need one. Just.
That's how hard it is. And that's why I never say yes to a cigarette.
How to know if you should reach out to a friend. Your friend might be worried, sad,
Grumpy, angry,
Stressed, weird, rebellious,
anxious,
antisocial,
lonely,
sleeping less,
sleeping more,
eating less,
eating more. Look, there are a lot of things to watch out for, but you know your friend best. So if they're not acting themselves, why not say something? Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org. Awkward.
Welcome back to Newswatch Ole Miss. There is always something going on here on campus, which for many people means constantly wanting to find new outfits perfect for every event.
Entertainment anchor Cassie Rickley has an inside look at a way many students stay dressed to the nines without breaking the bank.
Is the Newly fashion site really worth it? I checked in with sophomore Kate Layden to see her thoughts.
Hi, my name is Kate. I'm a sophomore here at Ole Miss, and I've been shopping with Newly for almost a year now. But what it is you get 6 pieces a month for $80 for a student membership, and then it's $100 normally, and then you are able to rent 6 pieces of clothing, and then afterwards you're able to return it once you're done for the month. I've gotten a lot of questions about Newly, and a lot of different friends have asked me about it, but I definitely think it is worth it in the grand scheme of things. You know, they do offer a student discount, so that's super nice. If you use your school email, so it'll be $80 instead of $100. So on the cost side, it's less money than it normally would be. So there is an app that you can get, and that just tracks like your clothes and your shipping. And then through the app, you're able to, there's different membership tiers, and then you can always add on more clothes a month. So the standard is 6 items a month for $80 if you're a student, and then $100 normally. And then you can pay for it each month, or I think you can also pay for it a year in advance, but I just pay for it monthly because that's easier.
I'm Cassidy Rickley with Newswatch Ole Miss. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Cassidy.
Well, hidden gem restaurants are everywhere here in Oxford, even inside of gas stations.
Let's take a look at how this locally famous barbecue restaurant found its way to the screens of Hollywood.
Newswatch reporter Andrew Sheck has the details.
Although barbecue is a classic American food, Mississippi is one of the only places you can find it inside of a gas station.
Bee's Hickory Barbecue opened over 30 years ago in an Oxford gas station on South Lamar.
You can serve good food anywhere, he said.
Says new owner David Moore, who took over the restaurant after the original owner retired. Moore has made sure to keep all of the original recipes, including their locally famous southern pork ribs.
Our ribs, we smoke them for 7 hours, you know, and we have a nice rotisserie pit to keep a nice even temperature on them. And we keep that nice temperature at a low temperature, it just falls right off the bone.
Moore attributes Bee's long-standing success to the consistent support of regular customers and, of course, the food.
Bee's Barbecue's best in town. We come after practice, maybe once a month.
All town Oxfords come in, drink your coffee, and hang out. And the same people come in at lunchtime. It's small town food.
Bee's has even gained attention in Hollywood when it was featured in the movie The Blind Side as a spot where Ole Miss head football coach recommended to Michael Orr as the best barbecue in the world.
Well, reputation certainly will take you many miles on that alone.
So if you're in the market for authentic Southern cooking or a tank of gas, be sure to stop by Bee's Barbecue. I'm Alexia Intercheck for Newswatch Ole Miss.
That's all we have for tonight. I'm Fatih Bah.
And I'm Lisa Booker with your latest news.
I'm Dennis Kaya with Stormwatch.
And with Sports Watch, I'm Macy Ivy.
Thank you for watching Newswatch Ole Miss, where we keep it live and keep it local.
Be sure to tune in tomorrow at 5 p.m. Good night. That was pretty good, guys. Yeah.